Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I am Jason. As always, my co-host and future 170-pound champ, Zack Partridge, in the house.
I'm not going to lose. Hey, let me go point that way. That way. That's the poster.
Poster looks sick. Poster
Tickets.
looks good.
Tickets. Hit me up. Hit anybody up. I heard there's 16 fights on the card.
Hit me up for your betting odds if you want to gamble on all the fights. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. I don't have betting odds.
I do.
You have odds?
Yeah.
What's the odds on your fight? Are you the underdog on your fight? You're
Absolutely.
The
He's
you
the reigning champ.
He's the champ. He's champ, right?
He's
champ. No.
Sure. He's got
Whatever.
2 belts.
He's got 2 belts. All right.
175 because
That's right.
Missing weight.
And
super welterweight, and that was officially a welterweight title fight, his last fight. And
all right, and he's undefeated. All right, I got it. All right,
yeah,
so you're underdog.
I'm like
plus 140, plus 150.
I'm at least plus 180. I haven't fought in a year and a half.
Are you trying to milk this? Are you sandbagging a little bit?
Because I'm going to bet on me. I want people to bet against me. He's got to be at least minus 230. He's the champ. He's active. He's fought since COVID. He's undefeated.
He's
never lost. Like,
all right.
He's beat one of my teammates. Like, he's got everything going for him.
Just beat one of your teammates.
Yeah, he's got everything going for him. He's tough. He's a wrestler. We all know wrestlers, they can dictate where the fight happens. Like,
minus 230.
I've never wrestled in my life.
Minus 230.
I mean, my wrestling isn't good. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, and I don't know.
I like it.
If you listen to some people, I've never really beat anybody worthwhile. Like, it's just, I haven't accomplished anything.
I'm excited. It's going to be great.
I'm
Great
excited.
night. It's going to be a great night.
I'm excited. It'd be nice to have you there since you're not going to be
there
this
Friday.
week.
Dude, how about those last couple podcasts we just did with Jason Knight and Justin James?
Justin James is my new favorite UFC
Dude,
fighter.
so awesome. We spent how long? When's the last time we spent an hour on a fighter spotlight podcast?
47 minutes. He was just cool.
We could have still been talking to him.
Oh yeah, we could easy. Go check out Justin James' Instagram. He literally rides a whale in the ocean.
Rides a freaking whale.
He jumped into the ocean when he saw a whale, and he got on top and rode it like a cowboy. That's
going on TikTok. I'm going to make that a clip. I'm going to make a little clip and put that on TikTok. He already retweeted I did a little tweet on Twitter.
You were on Twitter, huh?
I just thanked him for coming on and said we had an awesome podcast, and he retweeted it.
Yeah, he's a stud.
How about before we get into the fights, I just got to give a shout out to my coach, Mina. She didn't come away with the W on Saturday night, but she fought a tough freaking girl. Aubrey Thompson is freaking tough, man. And we talked about it before. Me and I talked before, and she knew she was going to be in a tough fight, and it was entertaining. It's a great night. Actually, all the fights were great. They have a sweet ring. Juan has a sweet ring up there for his kickboxing fights, and they did them at the Real Salt Lake in Logan. Great facility. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So shout out to my coach, Mina. I will be there tomorrow, still training, win or lose. I don't care. I got to support my girl.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talked about it. I said respect. She fought somebody who's 7-1 in MMA, and
7-1.
She has more experience, and Mina's like, she didn't care. Like, it's all respect. Like, I respect that. You know what I mean? Like,
and her mindset was, hey, I wanted to test myself, and she could have easily taken an easier fight, but.
So could I have. I do want to point that out. Like, that's why I respect her so much. It's not about the win or the loss. Like, you know it, and I'm not going to say it on here, but I was offered a fight from the Pattons that I guess made sense to a lot of people. And I'm like, it doesn't interest me because of record and who's beat them and who they fought. So I'm like,
You're a competitor.
But then some people are like, Johan, that's a fight I wanted. That pumped me up. 8-0, 9-0. I believe he's 10-0 now, right?
Yeah, something like that. 9-0.
He's got like the best AMI record in Utah. Like that. I wanted that fight. That made me excited. And then now they're like, you want to fight this guy? You want to fight this guy? He's 5-0. He's never lost. He's pretty much dominated. He's pretty much dominated every fight that he's had.
Yeah.
He's super tough. He's durable. Like, finished most of it. I think 3 of his fights and gone to a decision for 2 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, give me that fight. oh, and it's a new weight class, so the weight cut's going to suck and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that challenge gets me going. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm not trying to take it. And then I get told I'm ducking somebody or whatever. And I'm just like, I turn that down to fight the tougher guy in a new division. Like, what?
I think, I mean, I like to compete, and I would feel the same way. I want to, if you're going to test yourself and if you're going to train like you've been training day in and day out since we've been talking on this podcast for the last year and a half, I don't think you've missed a day in the gym.
Not very often.
Not very often. I mean, Sundays I know you spend with your family, but you're there every day, sometimes twice a day.
Yes.
But, yeah, you'll be ready. What happened?
Vicente Luque versus Michael Chiesa, August 7th.
Whoa, I like that. That's a good fight.
That's a fight. They're 5-6 in the welterweight division. Holy smokes. Who do you got in that fight? I know who I have.
Man. I want to say Chiesa right now. Right. I'm
all over Chiesa.
That's
but I just finished watching him win The Ultimate Fighter.
But yeah,
I just watched that season of The Ultimate Fighter, and he was phenomenal on that. But the way he beat Magny, he mopped him.
We're going to the gym, Hillary. With the gym, don't stop. Me and Zack are going to bring mats.
We'll be in Cabo for our anniversary. For what did she say that for? For the fight announcement?
Oh, it must be
August 7th. August 7th is my anniversary.
If you don't think we're not you guys aren't going to be watching it, but I'll be watching it.
You can let me know what happened.
My wife's going to kick my butt. She'll be like, "We going to go do an excursion." I got a headache. I think I'm going to stay in the room and watch the fights
in Mexico.
Shout out to Dutch.
Maybe they'll put them poolside, like on a big TV. I don't know. No.
Shout out to Dutch for the hookup on Saturday night. We won't get into but anyways, shout out to Dutch. Thank you. Think again. We're in trouble. We're getting in trouble. We're getting in trouble. Dude, what a great card we had on Saturday.
It was great. And the only fight that sucked was the first one.
I'm a little irritated on the judge. I thought Collier did enough to win that fight.
Hey, Carlos Felipe.
He gets on my nerves.
Stop acting like you're a world beater. You're a heavyweight that hasn't knocked anybody out since 2017.
We're getting in trouble. We're sleeping on the couch tonight, Zack.
We'll just have to miss a UFC card.
Yeah, dude, Felipe was Collier showed to me he was the better striker. He was hitting him with the jab. I don't know. You know what I didn't like? The body language. That body language, even though I thought he was winning the fight. And Joe Rogan is like, "Oh, Felipe seems like the fresher fighter. He's coming on." And it's like, well, wait a minute. Like, Collier was winning, I thought, but whatever.
You're watching fights, we get dive into big ones. Oh boy.
Man, this is turning into roast Jason and Zack podcast.
We're in trouble. Yeah, I don't like Carlos Felipe. I think if you are a heavyweight in the UFC and you're 3-1, but all three of your wins are unanimous decision, split decision, you suck. And as far as UFC heavyweights,
it was a close fight, so I shouldn't be too. One judge did give it to Collier, the other two gave it.
No, it was close, and that's fine. Like, I don't care. I'm just saying, quit acting like a world beater and like you're some bad dude. You haven't knocked anybody out since April of 2017, dude.
Yeah. We won't even spend any more time.
He has one knockout as a heavyweight. One.
You know what?
One knockout.
Jay Collier did look better.
He looked in better shape.
He looks in better shape. If that guy gets down to 205, he's a problem.
I think Hillary and Cherie are making their predictions. They're picking Poirier and Connor in the rematch.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. Hillary's all over Dustin Diamond Poirier.
It's smart. Smart. He's good at fighting.
Zaim and Luigi. That was a good fight. It was a fun fight.
My boy Mario's brother didn't come through for me.
Dude, he almost finished. He almost finished it in that third round.
He had it. We kind of nailed the Steve Peterson Chase Super fight, though.
Yeah, we kind of thought that was going to go the way it did. Do you think they rushed Hooper along too much?
He's still 21.
I know, but should he be in the UFC right now? Why not go to the LFA and take some LFA fights? Like,
he should go fight 4 times he should fight 2 more times this year in LFA and then fight like 3 more times in LFA next year and then come back to the UFC.
I mean, he's a likable kid. Like,
he's awesome.
He's not
tough.
horrible.
He's getting better.
He's getting better.
His striking was better.
He has a freaking chin.
Oh, he eats some heavy shots.
Dude, that's some of those ground shots he was eating. And
he shouldn't fight again this year. He should go. I think it's good that he's working with Ryan Hall, if he can figure out, and he was working out with Wonder Boy. It's like, dude, I think he's doing the right things. It's just, can he keep his confidence while he goes through this?
I mean, he's 2-2 in the UFC. It's like,
it's better than Sage Northcutt did.
The problem is you can't throw him in with a vet. Like,
and that's the thing. Peter, they have too much experience for him. And Chael says this on his podcast, and people don't listen to it enough. When you get to high level UFC fights,
yeah,
if your game is to win fights off your back, doesn't happen.
No.
And everybody brings up Chael, Anderson Silva triangled you from the bottom off his back. And he goes, like, yeah, it can happen once in a blue moon, but if that's your recipe to win, you will not last. You won't.
Yeah.
And right now, I feel like Chase Hooper is trying to win fights off heel hooks and submissions off of his back too much. And it just,
dude, if he can,
it's not a recipe for long-term success.
Sharpen up those striking, because he's big, he's long. Yeah. He's a big 145, or what is he? He's like 6 foot, isn't he? 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1", 75.5-inch reach. He's a big kid. He's
a big kid, and his body will fill out. He'll probably end up being at 155, or I would guess at some point.
Well,
once he puts on some, like, that's the thing. You're 21. Your body's not even developed yet.
No.
What? It's like 4 or 5 years away from where it's like getting the size, and then he's another 4 years away from the muscles like hardening the way that, you know, the old man strength. And all that stuff. Like, it just, I don't know, man.
We cashed that one, so I'll take it.
Yeah, we did.
We were wrong on the next one, though. Terrence McKinney quieted that.
Dude, Terrence McKinney fought like
3 weeks ago. Yeah, 8 days ago.
Was it 8 days before? Yeah, 8 days before this. 8. He fought on the 4th and then turned around and fought on the 12th.
That's crazy.
Look at this. Ready for this? 2 months ago. No. So 5 weeks ago, won in 17 seconds via head kick on LFA, then knocks somebody out with a punch in 1:12, and then UFC debuts 8 days later, 1-2 right down the pipe, knocks him out and something. Does he just have dynamite in his hands or what?
And then blows out his knee.
And then blew out his knee jumping off the cage. Gosh dang it.
Oh, they need to just stop that, man. These guys are getting way too hurt for that crap. I'm just going to roll through these ones quick till we get to the main card, because we'll have lots to talk about up there.
Dude, Penny, we nailed that.
Penny looks good.
Penny,
unanimous decision.
She killed it. 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. I actually had it 29-28. Maybe a little nervous, but yeah, she killed it. Mozar by decision. That was prop bet number 1.
Yep,
cash that.
Dude,
he just ragdolled Hakeem. He's a problem.
He's a problem, man. 145.
And nobody wants to fight him.
No.
He's a Russian wrestler at 145. There you go.
I mean, he's ranked number 15 now. You start to get up in that top 10. There's some There's some killers in that division.
But he says he wants a top 10 guy, and I think
give him to him. Give it to him.
He deserves it.
What do we have next up? Lauren Murphy.
You got that right. That was like my first like real L was
split decision.
JoJo.
I didn't see that one. I didn't get a chance.
Garbage split decision. JoJo won 2-1.
Think so?
Yeah, go watch it unbiasedly and tell me how biased I am.
You know,
I really thought it was 1-1 going to the 4th, and I thought JoJo won go to the 3rd, and I thought JoJo won the 3rd.
The only ones, so I missed the Panny one. I missed Evlov, missed Lawrence. I missed your boy and Darren Stewart.
My boy, he cashed for me. That was good.
How was that fight? I didn't see it.
It was good. I mean,
pretty much controlled it.
He was too strong. Held him against cage control a lot. Held him against the cage. Too strong for him.
I did see Brad Riddell, Drew Dober, and that fight was freaking
fireworks.
Man, they were going at it. Riddell gets dropped in the first round. I thought he ended up stealing the round the last minute and a half, because he started to get Drew Dober's timing down. and he's slipping those punches and countering. He was slick. His stand-up is slick, and his wrestling is good.
For Riddell to be a grappler, his striking's good, that's for sure. City kickboxing.
The only problem is he's in that 155 division.
He's going to have a number next to his name after beating Drew Dober. He's probably going to take that 14, 15.
Because Drew's
Dober 14.
13. He was 13.
Yeah, he's taken 14 or 15 from him, I would guess.
Yeah, he'll sneak in there. I just don't know if he's going to be able to hang with. You could give him like a Tony Ferguson or something.
Oh gosh, don't. Why you gotta do that?
Tony. Man.
Leave Tony alone. Leave him alone for the rest of this year.
Did you see the thing that I sent you from Twitter with Paul Craig and Jamal Hill partying after?
Yes.
It was freaking awesome, man. Because the media kept saying there was bad blood between those guys.
Well, that's because Paul Craig hates everybody before he fights them.
He said
and Jamal Hill is he's kind of a loudmouth too.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what's cool about Jamal Hill? He's like, I'm telling you right now, after a loss, I think Jamal Hill is even scarier than I thought he was before. Yeah. You know what's about tough? His arm is completely dislocated, flopping around, and he's hammer fist. We all thought it was broke, but it was just dislocated.
Yeah.
Flopping around, and he's still hammer fisting, trying to knock him out to get the win. Did you hear what Data called that ref after? Oh, he's the Steve Maggs guy.
Oh, yeah, Arizona. Yes. Did you see that? Somebody was saying that guy was like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt.
Yeah,
that ref.
Somebody should demote him.
Yeah, you need to take that away. Bilal Muhammad, Damian Maia, did not see that one.
Oh gosh.
But I think it was probably going to go just how I thought.
Yeah, my wife just posted and tagged Cherie. So August 7th, we're getting all dressed up and going dancing while Zach and Jason watch fights. August 7th is my actual 12-year anniversary. This is not yeah. And I can't even respond because I'm still on Facebook.
Yeah, you're in jail. You can't respond.
Dang it. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm kind of pissed that I didn't take Paul Craig because I picked him on the podcast and I didn't bet it, and I should have bet it. Oh well. But we did have Bilal Muhammad. He was part of our parlay that we told everybody to take. Muhammad, Edwards, Izzy parlay. Cash it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Muhammad, Damian Maia really didn't even have a moment. He couldn't secure the takedown. He just, and that's why Dana's like, you're done, dude. Like you could be 44.
Yeah.
Like you're good, dude. You're a legend. You're probably pound for pound the greatest grappler in the history of the UFC right now, like widely regarded. Like, but when you get to the point where you can't take people down anymore because you're 44, it's like, dude, hang them up. It's all good, bro. It's all good. You're good, a legend.
Next up, all right, let's get into these fights. Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz. That was a fun fight too. I did get to see that one.
Okay, so we both said Nate Diaz is kind of growing on me again.
He's growing on me, dude. He's growing on me. You know what I like about him? We've been talking about this a lot on the podcast. Is he's real? Like he's just one of the guys, man. There's nothing fake about that guy. He's firing up a joint at the press conference, pre and post fight. In Indica, he said it was Indica.
He could smoke after the fight. It doesn't matter as long as it's not like you're not high like while he's fighting. It doesn't matter.
He was smoking at the pre-fight thing, conference 2, the day before.
Mm-hmm. Arizona's pretty chill on their marijuana rules.
And he had everybody on their. The thing about Nate is he's entertaining. Like he's never really in a boring. I mean, look, Leon was piecing him up. There's no secrets about it until that last round. Nate made it a little interesting.
Well, I mean, it's like that's why I wanted 5 rounds, right?
He's smart
because Nate is a zombie and you can't put him away. You cannot really put him away. And that's why he feels like he's never really lost a fight. And people do forget. Josh Thompson head kicked him, dropped him, ref stopped it. Whether you feel like it was a little early or not, whatever. He does have one TKO loss on his record from Josh Thompson from a head kick and punches back in 2013. But every other loss has only been a decision or a doctor stoppage.
He's tough.
Dude,
You're not submitting him. You're not knocking him out.
No, you're not submitting him. Like, no, that's not happening. Like, his jiu-jitsu is actually right up there with just about anybody's.
Oh yeah,
MMA wise. You're not knocking him out. He has a crazy chin. That like, I'm not gonna. You're gonna get so mad that I'm gonna say this. The reason why I actually want to see him and Usman is I want to see if Usman can actually put his lights out like he did Masvidal's.
That would be interesting to see. That would be super interesting to see.
Because Masvidal's made it from he's cut from the same cloth.
Oh yeah. If he hits Nate with that same punch that he hit Masvidal with,
I kind of feel like Nate just turns back and looks at him, wipes the blood off his eye, and keeps walking at him.
I mean, part of me wants to agree with you. Yeah.
I've never seen it, dude. I've never seen it. Like,
what do you
can say whatever you want about Nate Diaz, but one, you can't. And that's where and he's not wrong. And that's where his mindset, he looks at everything. He goes, I've never really been beat. He even said in this fight, and you can't say he's wrong. He goes, in a real fight, in a real life, that guy is dead because he was zombie walking. And you know what? I can't say he's wrong. If this was like competition in a fight,
yeah,
he would, if there was no time, yeah, this is what Nate Diaz is going to ask for next. It's like Dana said, he's going to ask for like 6 or 7 rounds.
Give me 6, 7 rounds.
You know what? Give him, like, if you could have put him back when they didn't have rounds and it was just like go, and the fights could go just however long, he'd win every time.
He's a grinder, man.
He'd win every time.
So do you think they should do Nate and not Nate and Masvidal? Who was I thinking of before we got on the podcast? I just lost my train of thought. Nate. So this sets up perfectly for possibly Nate Connor, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Connor loses.
Poirier beats Connor in a month, and then
Connor's.
And they're both on.
How big of a fight is that?
And they're both on sucky losing fighting streaks. Like,
how big?
Nate's lost 3 out of 4, and Connor's lost 4 out of 5.
Wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter.
And it would headline, and
it'd be the biggest pay-per-view,
probably.
It would
do over 2 million in sales, and I'm not gonna lie. Remember when you like, I don't care, I don't want to see it?
Who?
Connor and Nate. Remember when you were like,
I didn't want to see it, but I do now. Guess do. What?
We've flipped.
Yeah.
If after watching Nate, and then if Connor loses to Poirier, especially if he gets like knocked out, and it's just not that good. Like, I think I'll be like, I'm good with Connor now. Like, you just
the fans want to see it though, man. That place was going nuts.
Oh, the Nate Diaz army thing's real. Okay, the cult following that Nate Diaz has is it's the craziest thing, and he's so likable too. He got on his Instagram, posted where they were staying at, and told everybody, bring your own beer and let's party.
That was pretty cool.
Like, what the?
So what did you think of Dana saying Edwards isn't next for Usman, that Colby's going to get it? Is Edwards getting the Tony Ferguson treatment? He's won like 9 in a row. He's 9 in a row now, right?
Yeah, but here's the here's the problem. Nobody wants to fight him, right? Because he's good and he's legit. And now they're saying, oh, now I deserve the title shot. You beat an unranked dude that's lost 3 out of his last 4, bro.
But he's still got 9 in a row.
That doesn't matter. No.
Why should Colby get it?
Okay. So
why should Colby get it over Leon right now?
Yeah. I mean, Colby, that was probably one of the top 5 greatest welterweight fights of all time. Colby is the only person that stood in front of Kamara and 1 round. I mean, they were 2-2 going into that 5th. Like, I mean, Colby is the closest thing to have shown being competitive with Kamara.
Yeah.
Like, I
don't hate it. I'm just curious.
I know.
I definitely don't hate it.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, when people are hating on Colby, I don't think they're real. I think they're hating on it because they don't like Colby, but more than who deserves it. Cause like, dude,
So
Colby's
what do you think?
Just beats everybody not named Kamaru Usman.
Do you think that they'll have Leon fight the winner of Burns and Thompson then? And then that winner gets the shot? You got it. I mean, I would think that would have to happen because Burns and Thompson are fighting soon. You got to think Kobe.
Probably,
you got to think Kobe and Usman.
The move. That's probably the move. And as much as Leon may not like it, that, you know, if you're the best and you think you're the best, yeah, go beat the winner of Burns Thompson. Then it's undeniable. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You when you're in that situation, you have to do it's undeniable. You say, I want the winner of Thompson Burns. Then, if I don't get Usman, I want the winner of that fight, because then it's like I will do whatever it takes. No, I've done enough. Now I'm just going to sit back and let it. That doesn't work. The only reason why it worked for Oliveira is because Poirier said no, thank you. I'll take the Conor fight. Remember, I said that doesn't work, and I was worried that it was going to happen to Oliveira. Oliveira lucked out. Timing's everything, and Oliveira is just he was very lucky that Poirier decided, no, I'm going to take the Conor fight, not the title fight, because I really think the UFC wanted to make Poirier and Chandler for that title fight.
Lots of good stuff coming up down the pipe, and then, dude, fight of the night. I picked this. I was dead wrong, and I'm not. I said I thought Figgy was the better fighter, but I wouldn't be mad when Moreno wins if he wins. I'm a fan, dude. He's my favorite. He's my favorite fighter right now. Like I love that kid.
I told you don't sleep on him. I told you he had less adjustments to make than Figgy.
I kind of thought what Dana thought. I thought Figgy would. I thought he kind of underestimated the first fight. And I kind of looked past. I missed Moreno's drive. I overlooked that in that first fight, and I thought Figgy would be better. So I totally misread that, and I'm okay with admitting it. I'm all over Moreno now. So that kid, freaking amazing. Where that dude's come from.
I've got something to propose for you. Okay. What is Figueiredo's best attribute?
Well, for that division, he's just big. He's good everywhere, though.
I know he's good, but what's his bet? Like when you think of Figueiredo, what's the one thing that sticks out for you? For me, it's just power, right?
Power, like he's just big. He's big. He's just a big guy for that weight class. Almost too big.
He cried on the scale because he was so happy that he finally made weight. That he's cutting too much weight.
Too much. I'm a fan, right? Jeff. I'm in, man. I'm in.
I mean, and I like Figgy, but I said it on Friday. He's better suited for 135 than he is 125.
I think so too.
He diminishes himself too much. He's a savage, right? Like he's a power, he's a savage, he's a killer, he's all those things. But at the end of the day, Moreno knows all those things. And like he said, he's very powerful, but it's nothing out of this world. It's not Francis Ngannou at heavyweight where like you can't get touched by him or you're going to sleep. It's you can't get touched by him because he's going to hurt you. But if you're Moreno and you know that that's going to happen and you know that that it's not going to put you to sleep, well, now you can get your combination off. Now you can execute your game plan because you're not afraid of what he's bringing to the table. It sucks. You want to be careful. You can't take too many of them, but you know you can take some while you're establishing your game plan. Yeah. That's what I believed Moreno had the path to victory is. Figgy hit him with big shots in the first one. They hit the crap out of each other. And you can't tell me Figgy had a rough weight cut. Dude, he smacked Moreno in that first fight.
Well, look, his eye, freaking Moreno's eye was pretty swollen.
But it didn't phase him. And Moreno stays composed. And that's why even on the ground, Moreno's patience and composure he's special, man. Like he's gonna I'm not gonna say like he's gonna have this huge long title reign because Alexander, Pontero? Is that
Pantoja? Yeah,
Pantoja. He holds a win over Moreno, and he could be next. And he's a monster too.
Askarov's in that division.
Yeah, Askarov. You know all those guys. But Moreno, like if he can secure a couple title defenses, he'll be a legit superstar. And you got to remember, he was Henry Cejudo's main training partner, who was at one time the best 125er in the world. Like. He knows what it takes to be at that level and stay at that level.
Didn't say last pod that Moreno's a savage submission game. He did. You did, Jeff. I agree.
I picked him too, Jeff.
I know. You were all over him too. Jeff. I misread it. I just love that you love those stories where you get a guy that he was at the bottom, man. He's the last pick on the freaking Ultimate Fighter. Like
he was just the bottom, not the last pick. He was the bottom seed. Because remember, they already had him seeded.
Yeah, he's the bottom seed. He gets a split draw in his UFC debut. No, he lost to Pantoja in the UFC in the first stint. After the Ultimate Fighter, he gets the win with Dustin Ortiz, loses to Sergio Pettis, loses to Pantoja, goes to LFA, gets a win, comes back in the UFC, and then rattles off 4 wins.
Mm-hmm. Then a majority draw.
Yeah, got the majority draw. Then he beats Kai Kara France, Formiga, Royval, another draw, and now he's the champ. That's the never give up.
And he's just happy.
Dude, just a great. The crowd was going freaking insane. That pop that he got when he won. They have a big
the best was his reaction. He didn't jump on the cage. He didn't do anything. He just kind of stood there and just soaked it all in and looked at it like it was like, wow, look what I just did. Like, this is cool. And he just like looked around and just like soaked it in. It was like, how many fighters, they're all pumping their chest, jumping on the cage, doing this and that. And he just stood there like a kid, just
in the moment.
This is freaking cool. Dude, in the moment. And it was freaking awesome, bro.
I think I posted that in like 2016 where he posted that I'm going to be the champ one day. It's like,
I believe that.
You got guys that say that, but not many of them do the things that they need to do to get to that point. And they go through all the adversity that he went through to get there, and now he's the champ. I love that, man.
I was a believer ever since I saw him on The Ultimate Fighter, and he lost his first fight.
Yeah.
But he fought the number 1 guy, and he gave him a fight. And then what people don't remember is The Ultimate Fighter got done recording, and then they needed somebody. And since he lost, he wasn't on the finale card, but they needed somebody.
That's right.
And Luis Smolka, and he stepped in and beat Luis Smolka on short notice before the finale even happened. It's like, dude, this kid, like, he's got something. And then he had to go through and but it's like, dude, if he could deal with Figgy's power, he could. I mean, look how good he is on the ground. Like, he could beat anybody. And you know what I like about him? He's not a 135er. He's just going to be the 125 champ, I think.
Yeah.
He's not going to move up to 135.
No.
You know what? We have enough champs and people going after champs and all that noise. Like, let him be the next, try and be the next Mighty Mouse and just dominate a division.
He very well could.
And there's some fun fights for him. I mean, do you want to see a Figgy rematch? Figgy says he wants a trilogy fight.
No, I don't want to see it.
I want to see Figgy go up to 130. I want to see Figgy go up and fight the loser of TJ Sandhagen.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen, in my opinion, too.
That would be sick.
Get Askar, maybe Askar or Pantoja, either one of those guys. Throw it in there. Yeah, super fun fight to watch. Main event went exactly how I think you and I both saw it. Although we did think he was going to finish him, which I thought we were getting close with those leg kicks. But Izzy did what Izzy does, and better.
Vettori's tough, but I was wrong that I didn't think. I really thought Izzy was going to finish him inside 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I was wrong about that, but I was right when I said Izzy would be flawless, and that was flawless. He was never in danger, and that rear naked choke. No, he handled it.
He's getting better. That's scary.
Well, I mean, again, and I said this, and I had this conversation with a couple of my guys. It's like that I love. It's like, yeah, I think Vettori beats him because he just wrestles him. And I'm like, the only reason why Jan was able to do what Jan did is he had 40 pounds on him, dude.
Yep.
Like, go grapple with somebody 40 pounds heavier. I don't care if you're better. If you are similar in skill. Yeah. And then you give the guy with 40 pounds, you're going to take the guy with 40 pounds all day.
He's going to be the champ for a long time.
A long time. Oh, so you give Whitaker no shot. Because Whitaker looked phenomenal in his last.
He looked phenomenal, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, man. I trust me, my money is on Whitaker. I want him to win, but with what Izzy showed me and the improvements that he showed, like you say, I think that loss from Jan was probably the best thing to happen to him. because he learned. Was a great learning tool for him, and it doesn't affect anything. Still the champ. He gone up in weight, fought the champ, didn't get dominated.
Handled the loss like a man.
Handled it like a man. Like,
and he's unlikable. Me and you both. He's kind of unlikable for us. Don't know what. There is something about him that rubbed me the wrong way. But he did win me over a little bit this weekend. I thought that was fun, and I really liked the way he talked about learning from that loss and things like that. Like, but he even admitted his post-fight press. He's like, "I'm a troll. It's what I do. Like, it's what I am." And I think that's what I don't like about him is that he actively trolls people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like if he knows what he is and he's doing what he's doing and it's genuine, like I can respect the heck out of it, man.
I thought it was pretty cool that guy on Twitter that nobody likes, that booger beard guy on Twitter. He gets a lot of hate. I don't really follow him, but
who he is.
He's just some MMA Twitter guy, but there a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people think he's a freaking weirdo. Izzy freaking gets him two tickets to the fight and then invites him to the after parties, partying with him, like gives him a shout out on Twitter. It's like, that's pretty freaking cool.
All right. Take the clip and put this on our Twitter.
Okay.
Hey, Izzy, nobody likes me and I have a gross beard and I grow a really crappy beard and people make fun of me because I can't finish it. And I would like 2 tickets to your next fight.
Yeah.
Please. Think that'll work?
Might.
All right.
We'll give it a shot. We'll tag him.
Oh, yeah. No, he's going to win for a long time. I like Vettori's call out of Paulo Costa after. I think that's a great fight. Like that's a good fight for him. And I think, that gets him right back in the title mix if he can win it. I think Vettori with how dominated he got and how he didn't even really have a moment.
I can't believe he thought he won the fight at the end too.
Oh my gosh. You got to be out of your mind. The best that I will give Izzy this. I got a really good laugh out of Izzy spanking him and grabbing his butt cheek. That was funny. 1. And then 2, the complaining and acting like he was crying on the leg punches after the fight was over. That was funny. And then the 3, when he's pointing at him while they're reading the scorecards and he's like crossing his fingers, like, it's like, dude, no, like you're begging for crappy judging at this point.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here. The judge is going to give you a round. But if he beats Paulo Costa, and then
is Paulo Costa even going to fight?
Then Till, let the Till fight happen, maybe.
I like Till. I just don't think he has enough tools either to beat Izzy, but I still want to see it.
Well, I think Till beats Vettori. How about that?
I like that too.
Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, Till. Pee. Look, who's the one that has to pee all the time now, Mr. Partridge? Usually it's me that has to go to the bathroom. I think Till and Izzy, the Twitter wars and the social media wars that those two will get into. If you guys don't follow Darren Till on Twitter or Instagram, go give him a follow. He is freaking hilarious. I don't think he has the skill set to beat Izzy. I do think, like Zack says, I do think he can beat Vettori, but I see Izzy. He's going to make a long run. He will make a long run. He might even beat Anderson Silva's record for the most title defenses in that middleweight division. Because if you look at it, did you guys hear the toilet flush? Remember when Zack gave me crap when I did that the other day? I was calling you out for the toilet flush. Remember when you gave me crap?
That's fair. I don't mind.
No, I was just saying. Right? I was just reiterating. I don't think anybody in the middleweight division is touching Izzy for a long time.
You pointed out something that was interesting. How is there not like some crazy Dagestani wrestler at the one?
Yeah,
he already beat the scariest wrestler in his division. That was Yoel, and he's not even with the promotion anymore.
Look at every other division.
And Chris Weidman just said him, right? Because he said he was the one guy that was a horrible matchup. And you know what? Like, it's like with Chris Weidman's like wrestling and stuff, like maybe, but you broke your leg, dog. And he needed to go on about a 3 or 4 fight win streak before that could even be in a conversation. And that's just not going to happen now. So if you're Izzy, though, is he approaching Valentina status where it's just like,
I think so.
I think he beats Whitaker, then maybe Till. Then what? Then he has to go beat them all again? Costa, Vettori.
I don't even see anybody in the I haven't even noticed anybody coming up through the ranks.
I think you're going to see Uriah Hall get that shot eventually. I think the winner of Uriah Hall and Sean Strickland could get a pretty good push in there. And if they could win another fight or two, like that's the thing though. He's going to beat a bunch of guys that aren't on his level, but like there's nobody else. And so he's going to want some fresh, either that, or he's going to have to take another shot at 205.
Do the Russians just not have big guys over there? Are they just small people over there? No offense to my Russian friends. But literally every other division in UFC they have somebody in that division that's got a solid wrestling base. I guess Chris Weidman, but I don't think he has enough either. What do we got coming up, Zach? What do we got coming up?
Dan Ige versus Korean Zombie.
Ooh, who do you like in that one?
I don't know.
Ige's been on a roll, man.
He has. Well, besides Calvin Kattar.
Dude, how about, you know what we didn't talk about? Whatchamacallit? Bellator.
Bobby King.
Bobby King getting the W.
I
missed the second and third round because I had a client come right after the first round ended. But Douglas Lima getting the loss. That Mosov dude's a problem.
Do you think that guy could beat Usman?
That would be a very entertaining fight now that I think about it.
Right?
Very entertaining because he's with that Sambo background. But I think Usman's a better striker. But his movement though, I think that's what threw Lima off because Lima he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
He had great movement around the cage.
Great game plan.
Great game plan because Douglas Lima couldn't set up anything. And I didn't think Douglas Lima was very good. That last fight when he had with Gegard Mousasi, as soon as Mousasi took him down, Lima really didn't have an answer for it. That might be his Achilles heel is
he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but the wrestling's got to be elevated.
Yeah.
For sure.
What else did we have? Do we have more fights?
PFL this weekend, Rory McDonald is finally making his PFL debut versus Gleason Taibo.
He's gonna knock him out.
You think he knocks out Gleason?
Yeah.
The one guy that thinks that he beat Khabib?
Yeah, when he was all juiced up.
Juiced to the gills.
Yeah, what's Gleason didn't he just lose to he just lost.
Yeah, in the PFL.
He beats a Will Brook. Yeah, I think Rory beats him.
I'm very interested to see which Rory McDonald shows up because he looked a little disengaged from fighting the last time I saw him.
Dude, look at Gleason's Tapology picture. That guy is on all the gas.
At 170?
Premium, unleaded. He's jacked. 5'8", 170, and he's ripped like that. Are you kidding me?
So
do they test in the PFL? A drug test?
I don't think so. Not like USADA level. Ray Cooper is super fun to watch.
Ooh, that's a good one. He's fighting a Russian,
so he's screwed.
Yeah, he's screwed. Unless he can knock out anybody.
Cesar Ferreira, that's a fun fight at 205.
Chris Kamazi. Vinny Magalhães. Did I say his name right?
Vinny Magalhães.
Yeah,
he's
Magalhães.
A monster on the ground. Tapped out Ben Moa.
Did he really? I didn't know that.
Ben went down to Extreme Couture to get some grappling in, and nobody wanted to roll with this guy. And Ben's like, I'll roll with him. Sorry, Ben, I'm going to call you out here. And then he goes over and then he gets tapped a bunch by this guy and he's all pissed off and he's like, who is that? And all those over there laughing. He's like, he's just like one of the greatest grapplers in the world.
The you know what else is on that card? That Magomed Kiramov or whatever.
Yeah, he is. But I'm going to shine some light on that too. Vinny Magalhães tried to rear naked choke Ben at one point.
Yeah.
And Ben grabbed both of his arms. And Vinny had it, and Ben grabbed both of his arms, pulled it down, and he's like, nobody's ever done that to me before. It's like Ben might be the strongest person I've ever grappled with. That was, but Ben's crazy. Yeah. Hey, by the way, Ben has a charity boxing event Wednesday night. If anybody wants to know, I'm going to be in this.
I thought it was MMA.
No, it's kickboxing now.
Oh, he's lucky.
The YouTube guy, we had to talk some sense into him. He wanted to do an MMA fight with Ben Moa. It's like, dude, he knocks out. He's knocked out Eric Eyman and the Mexican Hulk. What do you think he's going to do to you, dude?
Yeah.
like, what do you think he's going to do to you with 16-ounce gloves? But I don't think the guy pays attention to this podcast. So if anybody wants to buy tickets, it's $15. And that guy's going to get knocked out in the first round probably. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But the PFL card is actually pretty fun this weekend. So one thing that was really interesting is the Nick Newell, Bobby King fight.
Yeah.
I felt like Bobby had a hard time, like in the first round, like getting his mojo, but like with like all of a sudden the 10-second clapper hit at the end of the first round, and he like threw off some combinations and went, and then he was just off to the races for the rest of the fight.
It's probably got to be pretty to fight somebody with that kind of disability when your whole life you've been fighting guys, and to go into that fight and thinking, well, do I really got to worry about that? Like, which he kind of does because he can hit with it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like an elbow.
That's crazy. The guy's a monster, though. It's not like he's just some freaking slouch. Like, we talked about it on Friday. This guy's a monster. It's a good win for Bobby King.
No, that was good. I mean, he was 16-3.
Now he's going to get another shot. Got to give him another fight, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Realtor?
yeah. I'm sure.
Got to give him another fight.
I'm sure. Got to win.
Who else is on this card on Friday? On this UFC?
UFC's on Friday?
No, I mean on Saturday. Sorry.
It's good. The Spivak and Alexei Oleinik. That's kind of
Alexei Oleinik, Marlon Vera, Davey Grant. That's a good one. Tim Means.
Dirty Bird.
Your girl, Verna Jandaroba is on here.
Oh, you don't know which way she's looking? Yeah.
Nope. She's fighting.
Juicy J or Julian Arosa.
Juicy J. He's a slight underdog in that, Zach. You know what happens when Juicy J is a slight underdog.
That's who we roll with.
We got to roll with Juicy J.
Chaos Williams back in action.
Matt Smellsberger. Smellsberger's pretty good, dude.
Yeah, he is. He's an athlete.
He knocked out that Jason Witt with a freaking clean counter right hand.
Doesn't Chico Vera just destroy Davey Grant?
I don't know about that.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
He already beat Marlon Vera once, 5 years ago.
I actually kind of like Davey Grant a little bit in that one. Might have to do a little research. A little more. I'm not counting him out. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, Jeff, Steelfist is Friday night. Friday night. I'm gonna have to stream it because dude, that Steelfist card is freaking stacked too. All those guys coming up from Beaver Kai, all the Gima guys again. Main event. Whew. Cole Schaefer and Alden Oshkoff. Banging.
So now Figgy's coming out and saying he wants a rematch because he had a bad weight cut.
Bruh.
He had a chance. It's like, no, dude.
No.
You didn't put him away, and you've had 2 fights now to put him away, and you
couldn't put him away, and
you got tapped.
You got tapped.
Bro. He tapped. Well, it's kind of like the Conor Khabib fight, right? It's like, no, dude, you got finished. Like, we don't need to see a rematch. He finished you.
I mean, if he made it competitive and was.
Oh, and by the way, not only was it not competitive, so like the Chandler Oliveira fight, at least like Chandler almost closed the show in the first round, and then Oliveira had to come back and beat him. This was Moreno beat him the whole first round, beating him the second round, and did his thing. Like,
Figgy, he got dominated. No rematch there, brother. All right, man. Have we had enough podcasting today?
Yes.
Guess we'll see you guys on Friday. I will be in sunny San Diego, California, doing our podcast. You will be getting ready for Steel. Are you cornering that night?
Yeah, my boy Tyler Billings.
Tyler Billings. Oh, who's he fighting this one?
Kid named Braden Hunt out of Wyoming, who's 1-0 as well. So
all right.
A good fight.
All right.
Tyler's super excited not to fight some
7 foot dude. Dude, Tyler's scrappy, man. That was for his first fight to deal with the length that he had to deal with. He's scrappy.
Tyler, I don't want to get his huge head even bigger because he physically does have a very large melon. But he's tough and he's scrappy and he just does things right, and like he's ready for that. Like
I know they lost one fight that Brian Rios kid that we were supposed to have on earlier. ended up having to pull out. He got hurt or something, got sick or something. He was supposed to fight William Dean from EGBAR.
Oh no, Willie Dean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, Tyler Diamond's such a stud.
Yeah, he is.
Just look at this. Anyways, all right, guys, we'll get out of here. We've been chatting all freaking day. Probably should go do some work, make some money. Yep. See you guys Friday.
Absolutely.
We out.
We out.
We out.